Hi, this is Jordan Fowler with Moon and Owl Marketing. I want to walk you through our LUCID process. It's a digital and content marketing strategy audit, and basically answer some questions today. Why is it important? What gets taken into consideration? What do you get? How much does this cost? And how do you get started? So let's just unpack some of that today. The LUCID process is a super valuable exercise for you. Why? It establishes the "you are here" point on the digital map, and it also determines, based on what we see with your site and your competitors, the "here's where you need to be" point on a map. If I take you to Disney World and I hand you a park map and you don't know where you are, or maybe like you're wanting to head to the Dumbo ride and you don't know where the Dumbo ride is or Space Mountain, that map does you no good. So on a map, to get somewhere, you have to know where you are and where you need to be going. And this digital audit provides you those exact reference points, which allows us then to advise you on how to build a roadmap to get from point A, where you currently are, to point B, where you need to be digitally in order to be competitive or more competitive in your market. So what gets taken into consideration? The first thing we take a look at when we start a digital audit are your keywords. And we're looking to see what search traffic exists on different terms. Sometimes it's simply inverting a term from maybe putting the city first to a keyword, or the keyword to a city. Like I'll just use Plumbers Dallas or Dallas Plumbers, makes a major difference in the search volume. So we need to know that to inform you how to structure your page titles and those kind of things. The next thing we look at is how hard is it going to be to rank on given keywords based on the number of competitors that exist out there. The trends that exist. Is the search volume on a certain keyword going up or declining? What is the competition doing on those keywords? And then we take the top 5 keyword clusters and then the top 3 sites that rank on each cluster. So let's say you had a keyword, we go find the top 3 ranking sites, if it's not you, and we do an audit on those sites to see what else they're doing. So basically you're getting 15 additional site audits when we do that. So after we look at keywords, the next thing we want to do is look at on-page fixes and optimization. These are changes we can make on your actual site in order to improve the SEO results. And so we want to ensure that Google Analytics and Google Search Console are installed on the site and they're reading properly first. That's step 1. And then we connect those with some really powerful software tools we have, and it allows us to assess your positioning against your competitors. So we can see visibility, we can see how you're positioned, where you're currently ranking. We run a full SEO technical audit on the website to see if there's anything going on technically that Google or the other search engines would or wouldn't like. That report in and of itself is 47 pages. It deals with site speed, anywhere there's duplicate content, meta descriptions that might need to be tweaked, page titles that are duplicated or off. It's a really powerful report, and so you'll get that full technical SEO audit report as part of this. We go and we look at, hey, what content is currently engaging the most users? What pages did they first land on, which is a strong inference of, hey, they searched this term, they found it, and they came to your site. What are the most visited pages? What pages, or content on your site doesn't attract visitors? And we can either jettison those or stop doing that going forward. We'll also recommend site structure fixes. If something we see that's structurally difficult for the bots to crawl or makes better user interface sense, we recommend that. If there's content areas that we need to beef up and add more content to, we'll know that and say, hey, this page needs more content on it in order to rank. And then we'll also make some interlinking recommendations for how different pages to the site link in order to make sure you have really optimized SEO and clean silos of information for the bots to crawl. We also look at competitors 3 to 5 deep. We look at who you say they are, also who Google says they are. Sometimes you'll think you have a competitor and Google will match you with another competitor based on the similar keywords in that. So we take both those into consideration. We want to look at their positioning too. How much traffic are they getting? Where are they ranking compared to where we're ranking? How many backlinks do they have coming into the site? What's their domain authority? That's an algorithm that gets assigned for how strong their domain is considered in terms of overall search value. How up to date are they? Is their content old? Are they putting out new content? What's the rate of content that they're putting out? We want to spy on their site structure to say, hey, what are they doing in order to rank on these keywords that we're not doing, or what are we doing that they're not doing that is giving us the rank? We want to find their most profitable keywords, and then we want to find out if we have any content gaps or they have content gaps. A content gap is where you could have content that would rank for something that the competitor may have not thought of to rank for, and we know that the keywords, based on that keyword research we did, gets ample search volume. Or, hey, we can do this content better than they did it and siphon off some of their traffic. And then we can also look at any paid media they are running, AdWords, display network, those type things, and to see what keywords they're targeting there and how they're performing for them. That's valuable because if somebody's willing to pay for keywords, it's a strong implication that that is working for them. And so we'll bring that into the mix as well. So we take all this information that you've seen above, and basically it becomes the roadmap for ongoing content marketing and SEO assistance. So we'll be giving you, as part of this report, some keyword guidance. Hey, these are some keywords you need to go after. We'll give you recommendations for on-site fixes and improvements to be made. Site structure improvements. You might need to start a blog. You might need blog categories. Your naming conventions might need a change. Your page titles might need a change. Hey, here's where you need content on. This is the actual we can actually create, if you decide to go in an ongoing relationship with us, the content that you need. SEO optimization of, existing content and future content. Hey, here's some points you might consider distributing your content to that would pick it up and give you a backlink. So the audit becomes a roadmap for us to go forward because we know where we are and now we know where we need to go. And so it allows us to put a plan together to give you an ongoing proposal that's really tailored, dialed in. We don't do just generic programs. That's not the kind of agency we are. We want it to be tailored to your exact needs, and the audit allows us to do that. So what do you get at the end of this thing? So you get a printed report. It has over 1,000 data points on it. It's huge. And in addition to that, we give you an executive summary in a slide deck. In that slide deck, there'll be references to existing sub-files you can go look at that we'll share with you in a single folder. So if you look at a particular slide, we'll do an hour to an hour and a half walkthrough with you of everything we found. And as we go over the slide, there'll be a link on the slide that you can go in and take a deeper look at that report if it interests you. Compile your questions about it, and then we'll even do a follow-up call with you, a week or so later after you've had time to look at the sub-reports and answer any follow-up questions after you look at those reports that may have arisen. The audit is yours regardless. If you decide to work with Moon and Owl in an ongoing role, we're great. We're happy. We'll do our due diligence to do excellent to give you the results that you need. But if you decide, no, we're going to go a different direction, you can still take that report and share it with anyone that would be doing your future SEO work. So it's yours to have once we generate it. In that report, we'll also give you a win strategy plan. And so it kind of outlines what we most recommend for the first 60 days to get implemented on the site to get it some results, and then an ongoing SEO plan that's customized and tailored to your exact needs. So this audit, we've done it for a bunch of clients, and they always, at the end of it, we get words like, wow, now I know more about my site than I did before. This is comprehensive. We've never seen so much good information put. Everybody that does this has always said it was super beneficial for them, from large international clients of names of people you have heard to even small local business. And so how much does this cost? The full audit takes hours of work, and we have some pretty powerful proprietary software tools in order to accomplish it. So the full audit for the digital audit is $3,750 for the digital side of the audit. Like I said, you get all that stuff mentioned above and an executive summary walkthrough of everything we found, the ability to ask questions with a follow-up call. If you want to add a social media audit on top of that, That's an additional $750. What you get with that is we look at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube for you and your competitors. And in that audit, we can see things like the best time of day, how often are they posting, are they interacting well, or are they just using what we call the spray and pray method, where they just put out a lot of content but they're not really social on it. What type of content is getting them the most likes? What type is getting you the most likes? How can you use your social media more effectively as compared to what is performing well for you and performing well for the competitors? And hey, here's what we need to stop doing on social because it's not helping us at all. So we can definitely add that audit in. How do you get started? It's really simple. You just let us know you're ready to proceed. We're going to send you over a simple 2-page questionnaire to kind of get to know you a little better, know who you think your competitors are, and find out a little more about you. And then you sign the audit agreement, and we'll send you an invoice for a $1,000 deposit to get us started. And we are rolling. It usually takes us about 2 weeks to get the audit done, typically. And then we'll get back with you and schedule your executive summary and let you know everything that we found on the site and what we recommend going forward. The Lucid process is super valuable for you. I hope you would consider it. Let us know if you're ready to proceed. Thanks a lot.